Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the 4th episode of the Lightsoutco pod. My name is Chris.
Hey, it's Big Nate the Great. What it do?
It's Malik. MJ, how y'all doing? How y'all been?
It's Matt.
Gotta love it.
So this is the 4th episode of the Lightsoutco pod. It is a hot July day. July 1st is the day we're recording this. It'll be up on July 4th. So happy 4th of July for everybody celebrating 4th of July.
Hey, big 4th.
It is a hot summer day here in Worcester. So yeah. Other than that, boys, what do we got to talk about today? What's on the agenda, huh, Matt?
I think we're going to talk about friend groups and the people who you surround yourself with.
Okay.
Why do we do that? What's the inspiration? What is the motivation behind it?
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean to grow yourself as a person, your internal kind of circle? How does that help you become a better you?
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, so, starting up on that, we can talk about our specific Lights Out group. We are all good friends, and we all, support each other like brothers in a sense. You don't have to necessarily be blood to be brothers,
Big brothers anyway.
Honestly, it's about finding that core group when you turn a certain age, in my opinion. I think, you have friends growing up, and sometimes you have people that you think are friends growing up, and then it turns out that they're not really as close as you think they are. So a lot of times you meet your friends when, you grow up to be, your fullest. And it's about 4 or 5 people, maybe 6 or 7 people at your core, circle. Mm-hmm. So I think that it's very important to keep those ones closest to you. Be loyal to those unless they cross you the wrong way, stuff like that. But I love all of our people in the group, even people that aren't necessarily talk to us as much. They're still, part of the whole vision in itself,
Exactly.
And just because we don't talk every day doesn't mean that they're not necessarily part of us. So definitely think that that's very important to acknowledge. And what do you guys think?
I think it's all on who you surround yourself with. I can speak with having you guys around me. It's kind of motivated me to do better, be a better person. Try my best in different stuff. We've done a bunch of different videos, and we always try to do the best we can when it comes to those videos. So I really like that. And at the end of the day, if you have someone that's putting you down and not really there supporting you wise, what are they really there for? If you have someone on the other hand that's kind of there for you, looking after you, want to be there for you, kind of like how we've been doing it, collective.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, there's like 6, 8 of us, and we just go together. We got other people outside of this supporting us, and it's just very good to see. What about you guys?
Honestly, to agree with both of their saying, I feel like having friends is cool, but are they really going to have your back? And it's really important to have friends that have your best interests at heart. Not only do I have a lot of friend groups, but this is one of my favorite friend groups because everyone has the same agenda and same goal in life, and I really like that and appreciate that from everyone. So let's just keep it going, and then let's see how we can go in life because we all have a different paths in life. But I just like how we can all connect and be one, if that makes sense to the audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
The collective. That is one. The collective. We come together as one. We got this podcast going. Any support out there is always loved. Me, Chris, Matt, and Malik, we always love it. And just want to say shout out to everyone out there listening. And then that's all I really got to say. Anything you want to hit on, Matt?
Yeah, it's all about the growth. Kind of piggybacking off what Chris said. You go through life, in school, and you kind of get your core group of friends, but then people grow up. Sometimes people move. Life happens. Life changes. And then as you get older and you start to kind of get into your career more and more, or just different workplaces, you meet different people. And then I feel like a lot of this, at least for me personally, it was almost like not networking, but it was I knew Chris, and then Chris had already known all of you.
Yeah.
So you guys were already friends with Chris for so often. But then when I met him, obviously you guys, I met you eventually, and it's this whole kind of butterfly effect thing
Right.
where
It's the integration, you know.
Right.
Like it was kind of the opposite for us because you know here comes Matt. You know we've had our core group of friends, you know, since high school. You know, freshman year of high school, we've known each other, and then here comes Matt. And I mean, at least me speaking myself, I was always accepting. I accept everyone that comes into the group. I say Big Nate the Great. I don't hate or discriminate. You know, so either I showed love to Matt, and look at us now. We've been brothers like 2 years, like 2-3 years. I like to say 3 years for the better part. But, you know, so it's always good to be having new people come in because they'll change your life. You know, you kind of changed my life, and now we're doing this together weekly. We've been getting on. You be on the lookout every week. You already know the word.
yes.
And to piggyback on what Matt was saying about the networking thing, it's just important to always figure out who could do what for you, if that makes sense.
Simple conversations.
Simple conversations go a long way. You never know who you're talking to. I don't know, like maybe 5 years from now, I might need you for work, or et cetera, et cetera. Even the cameraman and aunt, what to do. But it's certain things like that are important because these relationships we can have for our lifetime, and I really appreciate it.
Right. I'm happy I got to meet all of you guys at one point in my life. You know, it definitely would have been a different life, but I'm happy I got to live this life for you guys. Saying right now because we still got some time, baby.
Yeah, we're just getting started.
You already know Big Nate ain't going out. He ain't going out easy. I'll tell you, ain't no one getting me. So
Going off of Nate, I know, like you said, I was kind of the sole person like coming into that whole friend group. So as kind of the outcast or this kind of outsider,
former outcast.
Right.
You ain't that no more. You a brother now.
To be accepted like that, very heartwarming, and it shows like a lot about, you know, their characters, who they are as an individual. So for them to be so accepting, obviously that's very appreciative on my part. I don't know about you guys personally, but growing up, I've always had like kind of that right friend group. Have you guys ever had like anything where it was like, you know, oh, you're messing with the wrong people, or have you ever been told like, you know, you got to stop hanging out with these people because you're going down, or they'll lead you down this path?
No.
Nothing like that.
No.
So
that's a great point.
I think honestly, it goes to like, I feel like I've had a lot of different friend groups because I moved around schools a lot, had to, you know, make friends, lose friends, stuff like that. But I felt like, in my humble opinion, I've always kept like an impact on people I've met. Like no matter who I met, like I feel like, I don't know, they remember me. They remember who I was, stuff like that.
Right.
And that's not something unless it's something for positive reason, it's not something you can like gloat about or be proud of, you know. You want to make a positive impact on someone's life. So I don't know if I've met people along the line that ultimately like didn't like me and like weren't fans of me. And I always thought about that growing up, like, oh, like what if these people don't like me? And as you grow up, you got to realize people aren't going to like you. You just got to keep on moving, you know. Exactly. I think that was my biggest downfall throughout high school and college, was because I kept that same opinion of myself around, and I was like, oh, people have that same opinion of me, and that honestly ruins your self-esteem, ruins your confidence. I'm glad I don't feel like that anymore. So
I mean, that's good that you don't feel like that, but it's a lot for a lot of people like that. You know, it's kind of just how the system, you know, the world kind of operates, where you see it now a lot of days with the younger generation. A lot of them, you know, they're like, the TikTok age. I mean,
even the social media age.
Just anyone. Like, we even grew up in the social media age. Well, you see people in our age group, they're reliant on the acceptance online, on Facebook, Instagram. I need a like. I need this. I need that.
The instant gratification.
And then people are like finding that. I'm sure the depression rate has gone up since the internet. I mean, this internet has done a lot of good, and it's also done a lot of bad. You know, it's affecting the way the little kids are, and you can't tell me like 20 years ago, ain't no little kid with a little iPad in front of him.
At dinner, the dinner tables
out
at
anywhere
man.
Anywhere nowadays you go, there's a like, and I know I got a cousin that's 10 years old. He's got his own iPad Max. I didn't have. I mean, a lot of people our age didn't have that. And just to see like every kid, you go to a restaurant, you go to just anywhere, and you see them with and it. I mean, I get it. You got to grow up with the technology, and you know you got to distract them somehow. I mean, they're little kids at the end of the day. I mean, it's on the parents who are giving it. But there's a lot of parents I've heard with the screen time, which is also good. Limit their screen time.
Right. Have them earn it. Have them, you know, do well and great in school. And you get
some
extra screen time.
You get 2+ hours. I mean, it's just crazy. crazy how to compare generation to generation. I know every generation is going to be different with time, especially everything's kind of ramping up. We got the iPhone in the early 2000s, and we're in 2022,
yeah.
and look how far we've come. You can have a person in China do an operation on a person in the U.S. Doctor-wise, and it's just crazy, and it's still going. I mean, it is like I haven't seen the live action. I've seen some videos on it, but it's just crazy how far we've just come in like 20 years.
And to think, like, bro, our parents probably, like, they're always like, oh, your kids your age, or like your generation is so. Think about when we're parents, like, we're gonna be like, oh, your guys' generation is so to our kids, you know.
Right.
It's just like you said, every generation is different. And
Circle of life.
It keeps moving. Everything keeps evolving, and it's crazy.
Just as social creatures, you know, it's we. Back to your point of, or whoever's point it was, of like constantly wanting to be liked. I think it was yours.
Yeah,
and I think we both touched
basically
on it.
the same.
You know, as kids, you're always seeking that approval. That's what it was, seeking approval.
Yeah, exactly. That's human nature at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, you want to be liked by people. We yearn to be loved.
And who doesn't? Who
Right.
doesn't? Everyone, you know.
I think it's just, like that natural kind of thing that happens. It's just as you get older, you start to kind of realize, you know, it doesn't matter if this, them, the other like you.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, the most important thing is, do you like you?
Right.
So
Exactly.
I feel like
once you realize that's over.
I mean, that is important.
having that internal kind of insight.
I'm glad you said that, because for me, growing up, I always wanted to be liked, and I had friends, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't until senior year of high school I was like, man, I don't care about what other people think about me. What do I think about myself? And then once you start thinking like that, the game's over, because you could really realize life, and then everything's cool if you just make it cool, or everything's bad if you make it bad. But you control your own destiny at the end of the day.
And it's also on who you surround yourself. Rounding it all back to the initial point, it's all on who you surround yourself. You know, we surrounded ourselves, this collective right here, with a bunch of guys that care about each other, care about what we do, and
ultimately just striving for growth as individuals, as a collective. You know, when you have that positive support group, which thankfully I've always had. I've never really had the ones to bring me down, thankfully. But I know there are people out there who kind of do get led astray. And it is unfortunate that it does happen. But, you know, like I said, I'm very thankful for
Absolutely.
the friend groups.
Gotta be thankful.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with all you guys, I didn't find a real friend group till high school. I was bullied most of my life, elementary to middle school. Finally got to Worcester Tech, got accepted, all that. Found some really good friends. You know, happy where I'm at right now. Met some real friends. I met new real friends outside of high school, but
through the friends.
But like I said, I was bullied most of my life. So to find some real friends. First day of high school, found a real one. You know my brother, yes sir.
For life.
Shout out, another shout. Ian Lights Out Stratford. I don't know where he's at, but
Ian
big
Lights
shout
Out
out to him.
Right.
Mike Jagier. I know he ain't a part, but you know that's the homie.
All supporters.
It's everyone, even this man right
all
here.
our supporters.
All supporters.
Yes.
Yeah. Either way, I like to appreciate all you guys. I know I don't say it much. Usually, I'm trying to joke on you and make you look a fool. But this is how
that's
I
out of love.
Right.
That's how I show my love.
It's out of love.
I just kind of want to talk about like a quick, unique kind of standpoint from my personal self. Being kind of the older, I think the oldest one in the group, actually.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. What, date yourself,
Then
date
forward.
yourself. What do you
I'm
got?
only, no. Born in 96. So. Right. So, I mean, I got like 2-3 years on you guys.
Yeah.
2 years.
But,
You good.
yeah, oh yeah, you guys are 25.
You ain't that
right?
far. You guys sounding like he's like
it's not
32
like you're like,
over
yeah.
here.
Still, so I got some.
You ain't 32.
Bro's like our fucking uncle over here.
I know, right? He sounds like he's got the sandals that be grilling out there.
Right.
No, not
Come
like
on
that.
now.
He ain't that old. Ladies, he ain't
But-
that old, ladies.
Being being able to kind of have those age gaps and stuff like that within certain friend groups as well. It's like you can learn things from younger generations and you can learn things from older generations. You know, it's, you know, granted it is 2 years. I mean, I have friends who just graduated college and stuff like that, you know, 19, 20, 21. And you just learn a lot. It's always good to see
You want to close that door over?
different age groups come together and kind of be a part of who you become.
Cut it right there.
No, it's okay. We can still go with the point.
All right, we ready.
I've been watching the Nelk Boys podcast. They just stopped podcasting in the middle of it, cut to a little vlog clip. We're going to do the same shit.
Yo, you taking
Sit
shots,
back
bro?
down.
You taking shots, bro? Hold on. You got to take a shot?
Take a shot.
No, he's talking about flicks.
No, I'm talking about you taking shots
I
of
ain't taking a
beef.
shot.
You got beef with
Back
you got
shots?
beef with him?
I don't got no beef.
You got beef with him? You calling them out?
No, I got no beef. I think they're
He didn't
best
catch
podcast.
We sizzling or what? We sizzling? Come on. Give me a hot take. Give me a hot take.
Dial in.
Blake's got the Sixers jersey on. I know a lot's been going on with the basketball.
Yeah,
Oh, we
pay
getting
attention
into
to that
free
shit.
agency.
Yeah, so,
Please,
yeah,
I wanted to
I
get
am
into free agency.
completely in the dark. That is not my
Let's cut the free agency.
expertise.
All right.
Alright.
I thought it was gonna be a little
Hold
more
on.
wild. I thought it was gonna be a little more wild. Tell me not. I thought a lot of players were gonna be moving like high value.
Bro, how has it not been wild, bro? Like 4 hours before free agency starts, there's a fucking Woj bomb
Let me tell
that
you.
Kevin Durant requests a trade.
Okay, that's
How is so? Hold
No
on,
lies,
hold
no
on.
lies.
Let me finish for you.
Maybe.
finish.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Once that happened, all things were off the table. You don't know who's gonna trade for this man.
Exactly.
So a lot of people that got signed right at 6 p.m. That was a lot of the Tampa contract. You saw Jalen Brunson got signed by the Knicks.
Yeah.
That was talked about for weeks.
Great
Everybody
money.
knew that was
Great
going to
money,
happen.
Jalen.
Yeah, he made that shit, but the Knicks
He
are
got the
stupid
bag.
for that.
The Knicks are the Knicks.
Moving on, you got some of these big time players like Bradley Beal re-signing.
He could have moved.
Zach
Real deal.
LaVine
He could have
re-signed.
moved. No, I was that's
Zion
what I'm talking
Williamson
about.
re-signed. Like
He
all these
coulda
players
moved.
re-signed.
He should have moved.
Ja. Don't forget about Demetrius.
Ja, he did.
I mean,
yeah, he
Ja's
did
gonna
re-sign.
stay there. He's a lifer there. But I'm
Yeah.
talking like, come on, you can't tell me you didn't think Bradley Beal was gonna leave when he didn't re-up on the initial extension.
Nate,
They-
no,
Oh,
Hey,
bro, you think
If
about
someone
it.
offers you $200 million, are you gonna take that? Yes or no?
No
I'm
other,
sure there's another team
no
offering
other
that.
team was offering him that max, bro.
Would you
Would you take
That's
that?
a
Yes or no?
5-year super max.
But he did no. What I'm saying is he
Bro.
declined the first extension.
Yes, because it's only eligible. A supermax is only eligible
If
with
you're
that
fine.
team that
Exactly.
had you for that long.
Okay.
Exactly.
So that's why it was eligible. He's like, oh, the most money possible is with the Wizards. I'm
Yep.
taking it.
You don't think no one else put a deal up that was like close
Not
to
even
that?
close to
You
that.
sure?
They couldn't
the
match
most
that
would be
shit.
like 170 or 180.
And it would have been
Yeah.
4-year deal. They
What-
5-year deals, supermax.
What do you think
they
about the
got
John Wall? What do you think about him going to the Clippers?
Well,
What do
I
you
think the Clippers are an underrated team.
I think they're gonna be stacked. You know,
Brush out
Kawhi.
into things that we can't explain with the injuries because the last 2 years they haven't even been fully healthy. But if
Yeah.
you look at their team on paper, they got the best team.
Personally,
on the
I'm
West, in my
happy for
opinion.
John Wall because I love John Wall. Shout out to DC. Just the thing with John Wall, though, he hasn't played in 3 years. He's been stealing money from the Rockets.
To the
But
John
hopefully he
Wall.
can stay
John
healthy
Wall.
and get that money because John Wall is exciting to watch as a player. But
Yeah.
back to the
Exciting
main
player.
point.
Now let's get back to the Nets. You know, that's the main topic. So he had Kyrie last week.
Yep.
He's coming back. He said it. He's coming. He's signing the extension that was
Quote,
offered,
unquote.
quote unquote. Well, that was before KD dropped the ultimate bombshell on us.
Shout out to Woj.
You know,
Shams.
before this, if
I think
anyone
it's Shams,
remembers,
yeah.
I said he was going to sign back. I didn't think he was going to do this.
Yeah.
And who do you think he's going to? I mean, what do you think? Who do you think is going to give him the best offer? The Nets, the best offer. Because
Hot take.
I mean, who do you think? What you think? Where do you think KD's going?
Personally, if I was Brad Stevens, I would make a move for KD because I feel like we're one piece away from winning the
Who are you
chip.
giving away?
But at the same time, we have no pieces since we already gave away our pieces to Indiana for Malcolm Brogdon. So at
We
this
have
point, KD's either going to Miami or Phoenix. But
Phoenix,
what do you
please.
guys
Phoenix is the team that I really think is a favorite.
Uh-huh.
The sleeper is Portland. I really want to see Portland.
Hey,
Portland can give away like their next 3 years of first round picks plus some of their young players.
They'll have to give away Anthony Simons too, and I hate to say that they're not going to do that.
He's just re-signed.
Right, exactly.
Hey, at the end of the day, if KD gets out of the East, that's good for the Celtics. I'll say that. To not go through KD and Kyrie no more in the net, because he wants out. He's going to be out. So you can take it. If he's traded in the East, then we got to deal with him.
But
You
we
already
swept
know.
them though. We're not. I'm
Well,
not worried about
we'll
that.
say that.
It's the Heat.
But
If
yeah,
he
but you
goes
put
out
him with
Heat,
Jimmy buckets, it's a
you
little
worry
different.
to it.
But if he goes out west, put Steph Curry, you can deal with KD. LeBron, you can deal with KD. Anyone else in the West, even who they got Gobert, the Timberwolves. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna make a push.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so let's
They're-
talk
they're
about that
sorry.
trade. The Utah Jazz traded Rudy Gobert to the Minnesota Timberwolves earlier today, and basically that trade was a money move. A money move for sure.
It was.
And
And-
Utah is going to go in their rebuilding mode. They just hired the old assistant coach of the Celtics, Will Hardy.
Yeah, he was 1 year.
Danny Ainge is their GM, so he's the guy that's running the strings.
Rebuild.
Think about it. He rebuilded the Celtics back in 2014,
And look where
doing
we
the
are.
same kind of thing. So I think he's going to do the exact same thing
He
with
did.
Utah.
He did.
I don't know what they're going to do with Donovan. I don't know if Donovan's going to get upset about playing
He's
in
gone.
Utah, because I don't think he wants to go through a rebuild 4 or 5 years in his career.
He's gone.
It's one of those things. You don't want to do that. So, once you're entering your prime, that's going to waste his prime years.
You can't go through a rebuild.
So,
Even
that's what happened. Mitch, by the way.
D-Mitch,
shout out.
Brewster
Shout
Academy.
Out. Give a like.
Brewster Academy. So, honestly, I think D-Mitch is definitely going to...
I know him. He's got the Spider-Man shoes.
Yeah.
But that's what you could say about Malcolm
I hope he
Brogdon.
requests a trade. But Malcolm Brogdon...
That's what he said. He said he's only coming here because he wants a champion. He's like, the only reason I want to be traded, I want to be a part of a championship.
Well, he can't say anything about trading.
No, he already came out. They already
he said after, he's happy about it. He can't say he didn't want to be traded.
Yeah,
to the
but
Celtics.
to a championship contending.
I'm sure he's happy about it.
Went
That's
to
what I'm
game
saying.
6. I mean, I'm sure he's happy. Who
But
wouldn't be?
what we're talking about, Malcolm Brogdon got traded to the Celtics. The Celtics got richer, definitely. I think that's a piece we needed. And then Danilo Gallinari is the other piece that we needed.
Ooh.
And I think that he's...
I don't know about him.
Say that again.
Danilo Gallinari.
Italian.
Shout out to Italy. Shout out to Italy.
He's been in the league for a long
like
time
that?
now, so
Yeah,
we'll see how it
Mama
goes.
That's good.
Where's the gabagoo?
It is no joke that it is hot as hell in this room, and we're about 24 minutes into the podcast. So what we're gonna quickly do real quick is wrap up free agency and move into our idiots of the week.
Ooh, what we got?
Or
What we
idiots.
got?
Sorry, idiots in the news. In the news. My bad. I get it wrong every time.
Hey,
Listen.
yo.
Free agency will be touched upon next week when it is a little bit more in depth, but we gave away the big news right now. Let us know how you guys feel about free agency, the moves going on in the offseason. But let's move on to our next topic.
Let us know how we doing too about how this is number 4. How we doing so far? Let us know. We always like feedback, like Chris and I have been saying for a long time. We like feedback. Let us know. Leave a like, subscribe. You already know the word. Now get us into the next. What are we doing?
Yeah, we're doing the idiots of the.
I got the
he's
idiots.
good. He
Idiots
needs
in
a
the
lot.
news.
Idiots in the
He
news.
needs
Idiots
that.
in the news.
Idiots in the news. Idiots of the
Bing,
week.
bing, bing.
It's a
Same
weekly
thing.
thing.
We're just gonna.
We're gonna get a
news.
soundtrack.
Yeah,
Bing, bing, bing.
we'll get a thing for it. Don't worry.
So it actually popped up about like 30 minutes before we started.
Ooh, recent.
I had one
Breaking
already
news.
set, but this one kind of took my eye off the other story. So we're gonna go with this one.
Caught your eye.
Headliner: Georgia TikTok influencer Kylie Strickland.
Who?
Exactly, I'd never heard of her. It must be Georgia TikTok because out here in Mass we don't see that. Charged after exposing herself to boys at a pool on live stream.
Hey,
What she do? Expose herself to what, underage boys?
A TikTok influencer was arrested this week after appearing on live video showing her bare breasts to adolescent boys at a swimming pool.
Damn.
What are you thinking?
So she's 30.
At that TikTok age, man.
She's 30. I'm thinking she's like 21. 21, 18.
Nah, it's that
maybe.
TikTok age, bro.
30?
30, right?
Going younger and
Grown
younger.
woman at that point.
It's that
You should
TikTok
be
age, man.
ashamed of
She's
yourself.
30.
I know, but
Oh.
I'm telling you, them boys.
Hey, if I was one of those guys at the pool party, I'd be hyped as much. You already know. But shame on you. Shame.
So yeah, she's a 30-year-old TikTok celebrity with over 200K followers.
Quote unquote.
Ooh,
All right.
200.
So yep, she recorded herself in a swimsuit with another adult woman and 2 underage boys.
Damn.
I don't believe they can go into detail about how old the boys were. Just
Hopefully,
Underage.
Under
Underage.
18. Hopefully not
Minor.
younger than 17,
Right.
bro. Like, come on.
Well, anything under 18, I'm assuming.
during the video, it states that she lifted up her swim top
Yeah.
and she was laughing. So obviously this gets out, goes viral. They see the boys.
People get wild on TikTok.
Her statement.
Just damn.
Let's see.
pornography age.
She states that those little boys have seen more boobs than I've probably seen in my entire life.
She's not wrong about that.
What? Whoa.
You think she's
So,
wrong?
it's okay to show off your attributes to
Yeah.
little boys?
Attributes.
The attributes.
I don't get it.
That's
I
definitely
really don't
not
get
right.
it.
That's
Yeah,
not
they're
right.
too young for that shit.
But
Imagine a dude trying to justify like why he
no, definitely, no,
yeah,
definitely.
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, if you put it the other way.
like they've seen plenty of dick before. Like,
Yeah, but
But in her
can't say
context, two things could be true. Two things can she's wrong for doing it, but she's not wrong in that them boys probably seen some stuff. You know,
She's still wrong, though.
I know she's still wrong, but not saying two things could be true.
She's still wrong.
Exactly, that's a true statement. That's number one.
I think he's more so saying like then she's not wrong. Like they be on the hub.
Yeah, I'm not
itself.
saying she's right. I'm not saying
Right, I
she's
get
That's-
that. I get
that's
that. But
the
she's
point.
30 years old. She should know better.
Right, that's
No,
the-
exactly.
Right, that's the
I'm
wrong.
just
That's
saying,
the wrong point.
There's
Yeah.
two truths. It's just there's two truths. You know, no,
She's
like,
right
Like,
about
there's
them
nothing
seeing
wrong with
boobies.
a 13-year-old, going on the sites.
That's
You
the
know,
same
but-
other-
yeah, I'm not.
But this 30-year-old woman,
Showing some, you figure what, under...
why
That's
so
her-
why
that's her
they
explanation,
hanging out
you know.
with?
That's what she came out and
underage
said.
guys?
That's her quote.
Yeah.
I
Like,
can't-
Is that all it says?
it's devil advocate at another point. It's just like, I mean, let's be all real. We're boys. We're all four of us. I mean, I've been caught, been on them things. I ain't gonna be wrong. I ain't gonna say I'm a saint.
Dial it,
Don't
dial
shoot
it,
yourself,
bro.
don't shoot
Yeah,
yourself,
dial
don't
it,
shoot
dial it.
yourself.
Come on,
Don't shoot
dial it.
yourself.
I'm just saying.
I hear what you're saying.
All right, bring us back.
Yeah, like Chris asked, like the relation with the boys, but it doesn't say anything about, I believe, how they know the boys, but apparently she then tried to turn the table saying that the boys were also drinking alcohol at the pool before she had even entered. So maybe it was a public pool?
Whoa.
Atlanta, Georgia, right?
Is it a public or a party?
I don't know.
I mean, you're a TikToker.
I know if you are gonna do a Google search for Kylie Strickland, so I mean,
Yes.
I mean, I know. I don't know who she is. What she
figure
looks
it
like.
out. Let us know.
I assume by Monday, by the time this goes up, she probably won't have a TikTok account anymore. But
Yeah, but she'll.
I mean, you
definitely
probably have
go
another
Google,
one. Just switch your name up. I mean, how hard is it to create an account nowadays? All you need is a different email account.
just switch it up a little bit.
I mean, that's all you really
Just
do.
add like an
let's be honest.
extra letter to the
how
end
many
of your name or
Snapchats,
Is
how
something.
many
Nate,
Facebooks?
is Nate exposing himself saying he got some burners?
Right.
bro?
Yeah, I ain't got no burners.
Yeah, Nate got a burner account.
Yeah,
bro.
okay.
Nate
Yeah,
spelled with
Nate,
2 E's and 18.
Hey, I'm not old KD. I'm not the old KD. I don't got burners.
got the burner account.
Hey, all I say is genuine. If you hear it out my mouth, you know it's genuine. So that's all I gotta say.
That's it for now. But
That's it for now.
what else you got for the idiots? of
That's
the
it.
week?
I mean,
That's
that was
only
my
idiot?
big one.
Yeah, I mean, if
I'm
we're
more
gonna
than idiot.
we're gonna keep going on about this specific topic throughout the podcast, kind of make it a little bit more in depth about certain stories in the news. Early on we covered Ezra Miller, Amber Heard, Johnny Depp, stuff like that.
Yikes.
Last week we went over a Florida party, and this week,
Hey.
just going over the TikTok world. So again, if you guys hear of anything and you want to leave it in the comments, you want us to talk about it, look it up, do anything, give our thoughts about it, leave it in the comments. Other than that, that's going to do it for the 4th episode of the Lightsoutco pod. We're all going to be signing off. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Check us out on Instagram, Lightsoutco. Check their names in the Instagram. We got, Matty Y, 1996,
Ooh.
Leakbra, Bubba Warman, 62,
Hey, hit
and
the
the
link.
CB Lights Out. So
Hey,
hit us up on the
hit the link.
Instagrams. And we will see you guys in the next episode.
Deuces.
Stay cool.
Stay blessed.
Stay
Stay
cool.
blessed.
It's hot out here.